Hey, Fletch from North Canterbury Hunt Fish here. Today I'm just going to be giving a rundown on kids fishing in the region, some of the places where you can fish, and some of the techniques that can help improve your catch. So the North Canterbury Regs book is a good place to start, but a couple of good favourite spots. I've got a 4-year-old daughter who loves fishing, and one of her favourite spots is the Groins, which you can fish all year round, and it's a 1 fish limit per day. It's a kids only lake, so it improves their chance of catching, and there's been a release in there recently of some nice rainbow trout, so it's definitely one to take the kids to. After the summer closure at Lake Rotakahu, that opens on the 1st of April. That's another good spot where there's salmon in there, and I've just got word that there's going to be some more salmon in there before opening, so 1st of April, that's definitely worth a look as well. Also, any of our high country lakes, the techniques I'm going to show you work well for kids as well. Any of the lakes that you're allowed to fish bait or spin lures on, then they're good options for the kids as well. So one of my favourite methods for kids fishing, off a wee any basic spin set, kids spin set will work for them, is a wee baited rig that composes of a 3-way swivel, a little sinker down to the bottom. I usually go about 30 centimetres, and then I'll go to a little fly hook G10, and I go about 60 centimetres. And what I put on the end of this is I use these trout nuggets. They're made by Berkeley, and these simulate a pellet that they get fed on the farms. And you squish that over your fly hook, and these are buoyant, so when you cast it out there, the sinker pulls it down to the bottom, and then these float up off the bottom. What I find with a lot of the lakes that get a lot of pressure is the fish are sitting lower, also in the heat they're sitting lower to keep the cold water, so this will get the food down to where they are sitting, and it works incredibly well. For that I use a lot of 8-pound or 10-pound for kids. Small pack of fly hooks and some 3-way swivels and some small sinkers. And that's all you need for that method. One of my other favourite methods for kids, doesn't work as well in the Groins when they've had so much pressure, but works well on a lot of our other lakes, or if you're fishing any rivers with low flow, is a bubble setup. So you have a bubble sitting up and you hook at the desired depth that you want to target at, with a wee little bit of split shot to help pull it down. On a rig like this, you can run things like your shrimp. We've got whole salted shrimp here, but you can get them from the supermarket as well. But you do have to use a whole piece of bait, so you can't chop it up. Whole small anchovies work really well as well. Put some water in the bubble, cast it out, and either let it sit there or you can strip it back in slowly. One of the other things you can run on that instead of bait, this method, is a fly. Works really well in the high country lakes. Some of your streamer patterns, a good old favourite, woolly bugger or your Hamel's killer. 2 good streamer patterns. You can cast them out for kids that are a little bit older and retrieve them, and they work well off a spin setup. The bait hooks that I like to use are a bait holder style hook, so anything that's got a bait holder on it, and then just buy your little packs of split shot. Final method for kids that are getting a little bit older that can cast themselves is, I'm a big fan of soft baits. Reason why I like soft baits for kids over lures is there's one hook and it's pointing up, so you have less snags, and they also cost a lot less than lures, so if you lose one, it's not the end of the world. You usually get kind of 8 to 10 soft baits in a packet, and in a packet of jig heads you usually get kind of 5 or 6. So you put your jig head, your soft bait over your jig head, and some of my favourite patterns, always hard to go past black and gold, and then some of your nice little natural smelt colours, which work especially well in the rivers with white bait, another nice little smelt pattern. So they're very good effective soft baits. So best of luck out there this summer, and get stuck into it.